Going on, guys? Clockwork here again. I'm back with another tutorial on my iAtkos version 7 Mac OS X install for Hackintosh. I already booted up here into my DVD. I just want to show you the customization that I did for it, since some people are asking here. So I'm not showing you the actual process of booting up the DVD, but I'm going to show you again here in the Customize section exactly what I did. Now these are the defaults. This is everything that's already selected for you as a default. Again, in my BIOS I didn't need to change anything except for obviously booting the CD DVD drive first. That was the only change I made in the BIOS, and I can still boot with Windows XP as well with those settings. Okay, first off, here in the package names, you want to obviously keep the main system. For the bootloaders, I'm just going to go one by one here. The bootloaders, I left it at Chameleon version 2, which was fine for me. That seems to work good. In the x86 packages here, I kept everything the way it is here as well. Left the disabler there since we're working on 10.5.7. You obviously want to disable the Intel CPU power management, which is what the disabler does. Now what I did in here under the kernel, I installed 970. So go ahead and check that. At least this is what worked for me again with my Dell D531, Latitude D531. This is what worked for me. So I'm going to just show you everything that I did on my end here. So keep everything else here checked the way it is. Apple decrypt, you see all that good stuff there. Scroll down a little bit. In the drivers, now since there aren't any kexts for the ATI Express 1270 card, what I did is I just left VJ blank. Of course, you can still boot up with 1024 by 768. That's the only option we pretty much have here. In the system, I did check the, let's see, I think it's ATI. What I did is I checked the VIA, SATA, and IDE. I'm pretty sure the ATI will work as well, and I'm actually pretty positive that leaving this blank would work as well, but since I know it's a VIA chip and an ATI chip as well, I left that as VIA here. So I left all these blank. Now the sound, what I did on this is unchecked the Voodoo HDA and left Apple HDA 10.5.6. Now this still won't necessarily give you any sound, but I will write up in the description, or if I can find the link to it, I'll link you to the tutorial on the hack that I did to get the sound working. Or I might even make another video of that as well, who knows. But the sound, just leave Apple HDA 10.5.6 checked, or check that off here. And for the PS2 mouse and keyboard, since obviously it's a laptop and we've got the trackpad here with the left and right mouse button, what I did on this one was the Voodoo PS2 driver. I checked that one. The Voodoo PS2 driver with trackpad plugin works as well, but I was getting a kernel panic with that, so I suggest just leaving the Voodoo PS2 driver. It's exactly the same thing. There's nothing different. You can still use the trackpad. I'm using it here. Obviously this is just at the beginning, so everything's gonna work either way. But check the Voodoo PS2 driver. Now I also checked the laptop battery just in case. Now the weird thing about this is that it gives me the battery meter and it gives me the time remaining, the percentage remaining. But the battery for some reason on this install only lasts about an hour, which is very strange. Now I had I believe it was my Leo for All version 4, I believe. I had that, and the battery meter was just fine. It was showing the correct time. It would last over 2.5 hours. I'm not sure why this one doesn't on the iAtkos version 7. I don't know if something's going on with it. I boot into Windows XP and my battery's just fine, so not exactly sure what's going on with that. But I checked that just in case, so it did give me the meter. And I'll leave everything else unchecked that's up there. Let's take a look at the network. Obviously there's a wireless. It's a Dell Wireless 1395 chip that's in here. Go ahead and check Broadcom BCM43XX, because what this is a 4312, I believe, or 4311 card that's in here. So if you're going to use the wireless from here, you're going to go ahead and check that Broadcom BCM43XX. Now again, there's another hack that needs to be done to this to get the wireless to work, and again, I'll either make a video of that or I will write up the tutorial on that, or show you the link to where I got that. And everything else, that's pretty much it. If you want to do other languages, click that, leave post install actions, leave everything else on there. These are the customizations that I used. I'm not going to go ahead and install it since I already have a working install, and I don't want to go through the process of doing this again. But pretty much everything in here is what I chose, and this worked with the Latitude D531. If you guys have a similar motherboard or a chip that's on another Dell Latitude just like this one, I'm pretty sure these settings are going to work for you. So there it is. That's the settings that I use. So hopefully this will work for everybody here. And if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Leave comments, send me a message. One other thing I do want to show, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Here's an easier way for you to find out exactly what you have on your system, so you know what to check in the customization. If you go up to Utilities and then Hardware Info, it's going to show you your chipset. It's going to go ahead and show you every piece of hardware in here, and it's going to show you the name of it. So that way when you choose your customize options, you know exactly what you're choosing. Did that not click here? Actually, it's not giving me that option to do that. Doesn't look like, since I already did that. But yeah, that's another way of finding out your hardware. It'll give you a list of everything. It'll say, you know, ATI RS690 chip. It'll tell you the sound drivers, the Wi-Fi drivers, and everything that you have. So that's pretty much my customization that I did. Again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Clockwork, peace.